some business people spend their time has very little to do with a clock. At Apple, we understand that business as usual isn't anymore. That's why we make the most advanced personal computers in the world. And why soon there'll be just two kinds of people.
Hi.
Those who use computers.
Yeah, I'll be home for breakfast.
And those who use apples.
Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to my office and the Classic Computing Show, 2.0 you might say. This isn't really on. But today we're going to be talking about the Apple Lisa. And just some things to mention. I've worked real hard to finally get this show off the ground, and I'm using an old camera here. Probably need some improvement with lighting. Sound is an issue, but I'm going to do my best, so we're going to move forward. Today is show number 4, as I actually first started an audio podcast back in the fall of 2006. I completed 3 shows, so when you have a chance, check those out. We're listed in iTunes, or you can go to my blog webpage at classiccomputing.com. Something I said in my first podcast was when you want to do something, sometimes you just have to do it. And that's what I'm going to try to do. And hopefully things will get better. And all right, we'll cut there. All right, let's see. Links will always be in the show notes and on the show's website. This is my first video show. As I mentioned, the other 3 were audio only. So again, you might refer to this as Classic Computing 2.0. My starting framework is simple, a show and tell. Over the years, I've owned just about every significant personal computer there is, but I've had to either sell or give much of them away for a number of reasons. In recent years, I changed my focus on collecting, at least in acquiring new items, towards handhelds and PDAs. They take up a lot less room. I have a decent collection of computers still though, but the truth is, they sit and collect dust in the garage most of the time. Each week I'm going to pull one out, wipe it down, check it out, and share it with you. I hope to keep it a mostly regular weekly video podcast, and I hope for it to evolve and to improve. Anyway, I've been an avid collector and researcher of computer history for about 17.5 years now. I have a lot to share in my current collection, and I have a lot to share of my past. I'll be doing that on this show and in my blog, so let's get started. First, here's some news. My friends at March, the Mid-Atlantic Retro Computing Hobbyists, will be exhibiting at the Trenton Computer Festival on Saturday, April 24th. They will also be giving 2 lectures, Intro to the Vintage Computing Hobby and the History of Computing in the New Jersey, Pennsylvania region. Plus they will have space at the flea market with old computer items for sale. Find links in the show notes. My friend Vince Brill, creator of the fabulous Replica 1 and Apple I replica and a number of other great kits, has announced updates to his Altair 8800 Micro Kit. He now has a working prototype and hopes to make the product available for sale in June. Prices are expected to be $199 for the kit and $249 for an assembled Altair 8800 Micro. Here's a short clip of his demo on YouTube.
Right now I have it set up at 9600 baud. I'll turn it on so you can see. What it's doing right now is uploading BASIC. I have 8K going in there. 4K will also be available depending on how the front panel switches are on power up. As you can see, it shows that BASIC has been transmitted and is loaded into memory. At this stage, it's just like an actual Altair, except a lot smaller. You can actually single step through. Right now I have debug mode on, so that you can actually see all the registers and memory location, stack pointer and stack pointer value. And I use that to help debug the CPU section and get it going. And at this stage I'll show you when it's in full run mode that Comes up asking the memory size, which you can enter in your memory size if you want, or default is going to check the memory to see how much memory it has available to use. We'll press enter.
You can watch the full 4-minute video over on YouTube. Find links in the show notes. Not a new item, but also check out my other podcast. It's an audiobook podcast called Stan Viet's History of the Personal Computer. There's currently just one completed episode, but with the completion of this podcast, I will be adding the second installment. Obviously, I highly recommend Stan's book. That's why I asked and received permission to read it into a free audiobook podcast. Okay, there's a new printed periodical for old computer enthusiasts. Yes, really. It's called 300 Baud, and I have the first issue right here. It's $6 ship, and it contains articles, old ads, and some how-tos. So this is issue number 1. It came out in January. Unfortunately, it's sold out, so it did really well. Very exciting little newsletter. Haven't seen anything like this in a long time, of course, especially with the internet taking over. But it's published by Dale Goodfellow and also his associate Simon Williams, art director, editor Dale Goodfellow. So here's an article about the Dragon 32. Just go through it real quick. Punch Paper Tape, one of the articles. Let's see, this one's called Up from the Depths. So check it out. I don't know, maybe if he gets enough for response, he might reprint some of these. This is articles about the Vectrex, an old ad from Germany. And then Linentosh, how to bootstrap your vintage Ethernet equipped Mac from your Windows PC. Anyway, really nice, very enjoyable. Some old ads on there too. So keep your eyes out for issue number 2 coming soon, and yours truly is going to have an article in that. So, link in the show notes. And now for the mail. It's time to check out some of our correspondence, which we don't have any, being a brand new show. So if you please, write in or send an audio clip or video clip and tell me what you think of the show. Comment about one of our features or ask me a question. Share some of your own activities, information, or history. Just do it today. Now it's time for today's feature. Today's feature is about a computer that has been the most significant computer in my life, Apple's Lisa. Seeing an Apple Lisa for the first time in the fall of 1989, the Lisa became my first real computer, and it was my first Macintosh. This one is the most common seen today, the Lisa 2. Let's just turn this around. I think that's enough. The original Lisa, or Lisa 1, as it is known today, had 2 5¼ inch drives. They were called Twiggy drives and were developed in-house at Apple. This